Hello, everybody. Christina Rowe here. I am so excited today. Welcome to, we got Emerald City in the background. I am so excited to show you the wizard. Who wants to know who the wizard is? Put a yes in the comments if you're really curious who this wizard is. And check out the floating balloon going by on my screen. And I've got, instead of pink, I've got my emerald on. So we match our theme. Who here currently is using AI in your business? I'm really curious. Put a yes if you're using AI or if you're brand new to AI, because we're going to really do a deep dive today about AI. And it's really going to be changing your whole perspective on what's happening and what's coming up and what you guys need to know about AI. And the wizard's going to be showing us. It sounds so funny to say that the wizard of AI is going to be is going to be teaching us this. And if you guys on the website and everywhere you saw it, that was all created by AI. The images, everything. So AI is just, I don't know, in the last couple months has become more and more powerful, which has just been absolutely incredible. Yes, it's being recorded. You guys can see the screen. Wonderful. Welcome to the AI Gold Rush. And we're going to learn how to build 3 profitable income streams using AI to do all the work, which I'm super excited about today. So let me just tell you a little backstory on this first before I bring up the wizard. On January 24th, 1848, that's a long time ago, gold was discovered. Who knows that fact? I surely didn't. That's incredible. I didn't know that there was gold wasn't discovered before that date. And within months, 300,000 people would abandon their homes, their jobs, their entire lives to chase a dream of fortune. But do you know who really made the real fortunes? It wasn't just the miners who got lucky. Levi Strauss. Now, that's you probably know his name, Levi Jeans. Sore miners needed durable pants and founded a legacy brand. And get this, it's now worth $7.3 billion. Samuel Brennan, who bought every shovel in San Francisco and sold them at a 2,000% markup. Now, he was pretty smart. He saw people coming in, he bought all the shovels, resold them. Philip Armour, who supplied meat to the gold rush miners and built one of America's largest meatpacking empires, amassing $100 million. They didn't just participate in the gold rush, they positioned themselves at the critical intersection of supply and demand, and they built the infrastructure of fortune. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you saw a gold rush coming before it happened? When was the last time you not only saw it coming, but knew exactly where to dig and had the best mining equipment before everyone else started running for the hills? So imagine being back in 1848 and this gold rush is coming and you knew it ahead of time and you were prepared. Those were the people who were able to make the most money. So, what you're going to learn today from the Wizard of AI is how to mine pure gold with AI by creating 5 types of proven marketing in minutes. The Curious Student Post to get your first 1 to 5 clients selling AI copy services to other businesses, and how to build assets once and watch them generate passive income forever. Who would like to do that? Put a yes in the comments if this is something you would like to do. Because we want to strike gold in the AI revolution. And AI created this image, by the way. So it is now time to reveal the wizard. And I am super, super excited to announce who the wizard is. Who's excited? Here we go. Jeff Hunter. Okay, so he is known as the Savage Marketer. He's the founder of VA Staffer with 100 plus virtual assistants, creator of the AI persona method, a Fortune 500 IT project manager by trade. Systems and procedures are his love language, 7-figure copywriter and marketer, and started the largest AI consulting company. And get this, he runs the world's largest AI community. There's 3.4 million people in this Facebook group. And you may even be in this Facebook group. That is a huge group. If you thought Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs was big, this is 3.4 million, which is amazing. So he's been on Entrepreneur. He was featured. One of the reasons I brought him here today is he got a feature here. You could read some of the stats here that he's featured in. And he has a book, The No BS Guide to Successful Marketing Automation. And this is his article. So they featured him. He used AI to make 70,000 in one weekend. So it's pretty huge that he got featured in Entrepreneur Magazine. So I am going to bring him up. Let me bring Jeff up. Let me just switch over here because we're on the full screen. And let me bring him up. Here he is. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Wizard of Great Eye.
Oh, it's so great to be here. And yeah, it's interesting because I think one of the things that you and I were very fortunate is that we as marketers, we already saw that AI was going to be big before everyone else did. And I think it's still mind blowing to me. Obviously, I bought a whole stack of these because the funniest part is I didn't know that I was featured in Entrepreneur Magazine until I was featured in Entrepreneur Magazine. Like they wrote the story about me, and I didn't even
Really?
know until somebody went to Barnes and Noble and they picked up a magazine and they took a picture and they're like, "Hey, my boy Jeff is in the magazine." They tagged me. I was like, "Wait, what?"
You're kidding. They didn't tell you ahead of time. That is amazing.
You would think they would give you a little notice, but it's real interesting just how things have progressed. And I'm really excited to be here and share with you guys how that works. Christina told me about where you guys are at, and I was lurking in the chats when you asked the question. Now we have a lot more people that just joined in. I'd love to see, like, how are you guys using AI in your business right now? Can you guys drop in the chat just so I have a better understanding and I can help this be more tailored to you? Like, how are you using AI in your business? Are you using ChatGPT to make social media posts or anything, or to write some emails, or you're making those action figures of yourself with ChatGPT? I don't know.
Hey,
Brittany says not yet.
not yet. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Nobody's actually playing around with it. Okay. There we go. Barbara, she said she's a high level designer, funnel designer.
Mm,
Cass, she started to use ChatGPT to use social posts. Amazing.
nice.
Net. Okay. Creating content. Julie, monthly
Ooh.
strategies, media, social media. Oh, this is going to be great marketing copy,
Oh,
Kelly.
this is perfect. This is perfect. I would love to just understand like what your biggest problem with AI is right now. I want to
Mm,
help see if I can solve that today. What's your biggest problem? It's interesting. Whenever I ask this question, Christina, most of the people say that ChatGPT struggles with creating like generic robotic content. They have to figure out how to make it more personalized, customized. A lot of people, they don't even want to use AI because one of the worst things in the world is you ever okay, let me ask a question. Just be real with me, guys. How many of you guys have seen people that never post on social media and magically they're posting on social media all the time and they have these blocks of text and they have hashtags at the bottom and they don't even know how these hashtags work and immediately that it's ChatGPT. So I'm just curious. Anybody
yeah.
has that person in your network who just posts ChatGPT stuff every day? Just curious. Yeah, you do. How does that make you feel when you see someone just randomly post ChatGPT? Do you think that helps their brand or do you think that hurts their brand?
Mm,
Ooh, help or hurt? I want to see that. 2 words, help or hurt. You guys let me know.
guilty.
Uh-oh, Barbara says guilty. Hey,
Yeah.
at least you're being honest, Barbara. You're being honest. I
To
love it.
hurt. Yes, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share my screen and show you guys exactly what I was brought here to do and how you can avoid doing that. And I think the slide that you left me at here was my ego slides.
Your ego slides, yes. You see the option? You see the option present from your end, right?
Yeah, I
This
think
this
I've got it.
activating the StreamYard, which is different than Zoom. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect.
Is
Okay,
it
great.
working? So I think you
Oh,
have to
let's
let me.
see.
There we go. Oh,
There we
that's perfect. There's both
go.
of us. Look at that.
I love it. Yeah, this StreamYard actually, guys, is pretty good. I just started using it, and I actually like it. So, this looks
Oh,
nice.
obviously, this is for my ego. I've been on Funnel, every time I see Dave on that picture, it hurts my soul a little bit. Dave from ClickFunnels,
Oh, yeah.
he passed away
Great
from brain
plan.
cancer. But anyway, I've been featured in all sorts of stuff. This is just for my ego. I'm also before I was featured in Entrepreneur, I was a contributor to Entrepreneur. I still am. I write about AI. I write about virtual teams, remote teams. I've worked with the biggest financial publisher in the world. I've helped launch, oh, I'm missing a one, 10X Health System.
Oh,
Um,
God. UX?
Grant Cardone, Gary Brecka, Ryan Levesque. I've worked with a lot of people. But here's the thing. Before I was the wizard of AI, I was the wizard in IT, right? So when I was in IT, this was a little bit of a little funny story about this picture. I sent this picture to my wife, and I actually thought that I looked good that day. Like I was trying to be like, yo, what's up, girl? So I didn't realize how miserable I was and how much of a nobody I was. As an I used to work at Philips Electronics, and I was an IT project manager for them. And I've seen so many changes, and really, I feel like I'm I think I don't know what they call the people that were born in the early 1980s. We're not millennials and we're not Generation X. We're like zennials, I think they called us,
Yeah.
because
Gen X?
I can still adjust a rabbit ear TV. And yes, I grew up playing Nintendo. I know both,
Oh,
right? I grew up in both generations. I remember using a record player, and I also remember using a cassette player. And I remember transitioning from the cassette player into the CD player, and then from the CD player to the MP3 CD player. You remember that? We had that fun transition.
I
But
saw everything. I'm older than you, and I remember when MTV was born and there was actual videos, VH1, we used to go home on the TV and watch Video Killed the Radio Star, the first video ever to come out, and now MTV and that they got rid of all their videos, yeah, years ago, so
yeah,
now
now you don't even
yeah,
watch. Now MTV doesn't even have music anymore.
no, it's insane.
Um, Speaking of, the internet obviously was a huge game changer. I remember when I had a 56K modem and I was like, wow, that's fast. Back when you had to press the internet and it would be like, and then the smartphone came out. I was actually, so I'm in here, I'm in the Bay Area, California. So I was actually that guy at the Apple store wrapped around. Actually, there isn't an Apple store where there is now, but when I was a kid, there wasn't an Apple store where I lived. So we had a Best Buy. We had a line wrapped around the Best Buy. And I remember someone offering $1,000 just to take my spot in line because I was one of the first like 10 or 15 people in line at Best Buy to buy the iPhone when the iPhone came out. Remember that?
I
Um,
remember yeah, people were waiting in line, right, that was like 2000 and what, 7, 8, around 9, around there when the iPhone came. Gosh, I had it my first phone was a Droid, I used to go Droid, Droid.
yeah. The craziest part though, there's the dot-com boom, there's the smartphone boom, then we have the cloud revolution, right? Everything's in Google Cloud, Dropbox, we have iCloud, right? But unlike those other booms that were limited by like physical gold, where you can only get so much gold out of the ground, we're not limited by anything right now. We can actually create infinite value with AI. And that is using AI to create really good copy. And by the way, I'm really excited to see that a lot of you guys are already dabbling in, at least some of you are using it for marketing copy, because that's what we're going to dive in today. I'm going to show you 5 proven ways to use AI to do marketing, to increase and sell and build the empire that you're already building, and to monetize it for other people. Okay. So the AI gold rush is something that we get to actually be a part of. And it's so funny that we're so new. I skipped over a slide just because of time, but I started the world's first ever AI consultant program in March of 2023. That's how new we are. We have 170 consultants in our program that have generated millions of dollars just helping businesses integrate AI, mostly for marketing. I'm a marketer, so I love going in and doing stuff in marketing world, right? So this is how we're going to basically capture this AI gold rush and basically extract as much as we can out of it before everyone else does. But it
Yeah.
is repeating itself right now. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Let me pull up the chat. I got to be able to read it. How many of you guys, okay, How many businesses do you think, let's do a percentage out of 100% of businesses in America. Okay. And I know those of you overseas and stuff, let's just use businesses and wherever you live. What's the percentage of businesses right now that have figured out how to integrate AI to their workflows? Give me a percent. How many businesses do you think are using AI? Give me a percent. I want to see what you think. I want to
Yeah,
see a realistic number. Okay. Tisha says 35%. Cassidy
nice.
says 90%. Lori says 30%. Moira says 45%. Okay. 10%. 1%. Okay. Skeptic. You're going to die when you see this. Some of you guys are closer than other. Believe it or not, Lauren is the closest one.
No way.
3.8%.
That's it? Wow.
3.8% of businesses are still to this day barely using it. And they think that by the end of 2025, it might go up to about 12.2% or something like that. This is the United States Census, by the way. So they're actually sending a survey out asking business owners, hey, are you using AI in your workflow? We're not talking about going on ChatGPT and saying, hey, can you write a thank you email or whatever? Like, how do you actually integrate AI to the workflow? Like integrating AI to the business, only 3.8%. Now,
That's crazy.
I know, right? And it's crazy because we're all in this room and you guys obviously, and Christina, you're on top of it. The people in your network, they all think that everybody's doing it because you give them such an incredible community. Everybody's sharing and learning about how to use AI and stuff. Like you guys just assume everyone's using AI, but they're not, right? Now, let me
Right.
ask you guys a question. Let's flip this script a little bit. How many businesses do you think want to use AI and are ready to hire someone who knows how to use AI? Give me a
A lot.
percentage. Give me a percentage. How many businesses right now, and I'm going to share you some stats from resumebuilder.com. Business Insider did a research on this, on how many open applications right now for jobs are looking for people that have ChatGPT and AI experience. Okay, wow, everybody's in line here. 60%, 30%. You're going to be mind blown again, guys. 91% of all businesses that have open applications for jobs are looking for someone that has ChatGPT and AI experience. 91%. 91% of companies want to hire workers who know ChatGPT. 91%.
That's
So
crazy.
what's
Wow.
happening now is we're seeing a shift. We're seeing a shift. Diana says 90%. You're late, you cheater. 90% now, hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to illustrate here, which is we have the biggest disparity gap between supply and demand I've ever seen in my entire career in technology. You think the wage gap is bad? The AI disparity gap is bad. All right. This is literally the biggest single disparity gap I've witnessed, period. So there's some advantages here though. It's good for us because we're early. Like you guys are in here chatting about how you're using AI. Okay. Now you understand how valuable of a skill that is to the rest of the world. Right. And the reason why is because the disparity gap, it really is a factor of time. We're able to do things so much faster because we have AI to do it. We can write emails faster. We can write text copy for our websites faster, social media, all that kind of stuff. AI just gets things done faster. And guess what? It saves us money. You can literally use ChatGPT for free, right? The fact that they've started adding the image capabilities and stuff into ChatGPT for free is pretty wild, right? You have a massive advantage because other people still haven't figured it out. They're still not using it. But I want to go back to money again. Not only does it save money, but this is the first time in history where something is faster, it's better than most humans. I hate to say it, it is. Whether you like Elon Musk or not. I think what he said recently on X, he said that in 2030, for sure, AI is going to be smarter than all humans. By 2027, it will be smarter than most humans. In 2030, it'll be smarter than all humans. And I agree. But not only is it saving money, but it's actually making money. How many things in life save you time, save you money, and make you money? Okay. Genuinely, can you guys in the chat think of anything else in the world right now that saves you time, saves you money, and makes you money? Christina,
So anything that saves you time and makes you money,
saves you time, saves you money,
money,
and
money.
I can't think of one thing. I can't think
No,
of one thing except
yeah,
AI,
no,
right?
except right. There's nothing else that would do all three.
Right.
It's true.
And here's the cool part. Companies are paying premium salaries. They're actually giving about 47% higher wages to those who understand how to use AI. In America, it's averaging about $175,000 for anyone who has an AI related field. And here's the craziest part. I'm going to blow your minds again. This is April of last year. I have a feeling it's not going away anytime soon. Employers are still trying to find people. There's not enough people. They still can't find people to do AI. Okay. So they're willing to pay you 50% more and they still can't find you. Right. So what I'm trying to prove to you guys here is that there's a seriously in demand skill set and you guys take it for granted, the knowledge you guys have. Okay. But here's the crazy part. A lot of businesses are still trying to figure out how to get AI. They're trying to figure out how to strike it rich, right? They're trying to figure out how do we monetize this? How do we get AI to do stuff for us? And they can't find the right people. They can't find the right tools. By the way, I know you're supposed to say this for me, but my very first year as an AI consultant, I made $282,000 in 2023. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because I don't even want to be a consultant. I don't. So Christina, you know this. We talk about this.
Yeah. And that's not your main business. This is just your
It's a
side thing, your
skill.
side hustle. Yeah.
I made $282,000 on a side hustle,
That's amazing.
right?
Wow.
And it's so funny. I'm gonna just for time, I'm gonna skip over this, but here's how here's how this came to be. So my very first business, as Christina introduced me, I'm a data geek. I'm a massive data geek. I own a virtual assistant company. Clarence, my guy right here, he's worked for me. He just got his 10th year, by the way. This is his 10th year. I hired him in February of 2015. So he's over 10 years with me. And one of the things that he does for me every day, not every day, but at least once a month, is he goes into my social media posts. And for those, I think Barbara, who's in the Philippines, you'll probably recognize that's Makati City in the Philippines. But he basically goes in once a month and he looks at all my social media posts on LinkedIn and Facebook and stuff, and he puts them all into a spreadsheet. And for 8 years, he's been basically taking all of my content. I'm a copywriter, marketer by trade. He's been taking all of my content and he's been putting it into a spreadsheet. Okay. We organize all that content by how many likes it got, how many comments it got, how many shares it got. Is it long form, short form? Does it have a picture? Does it have a video? Is it about politics? Is it about marketing? Is it about virtual assistants? Whatever. So I have really good data. And I'm going to share with you guys how that came into play because I was really obsessed with figuring out how to go viral online. I want to go viral online. Do you guys, how many of you here would like to be able to go viral online, to write a social media post and go viral online? Just curious. Just want to see if that would be something useful for you in your business to have a bunch of eyeballs looking at your social media posts. What do you think?
And
Would
it's
that be
not easy.
something?
Yeah. You have to know the
Right.
algorithm. Yeah. And Jeff, you've done it so many times. Con-
We're going to get into that later. But I was obsessed with how to go viral. So that's why I collected all the social media content because I wanted to see what was working. And I came up with this strategy called the clear copywriting method. It's a proven way of using 5 principles: curiosity, leading people in, emotional hooks, authority building, and reaction. Like these are the 5 things that it stands for. It got published in over 100, actually, I think it's over 200,000 textbooks worldwide now. They actually teach my strategy at universities. And by the way, here's how far ahead we are, Christina. This book came out in 2019. They barely started teaching social media marketing in colleges in 2019. That's how long until they teach AI in universities? How
It's
long?
and the amount of money kids pay to go to college to get outdated
Right.
information from years ago, like you're teaching now. This is incredible. It's
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. And here's the craziest part. I'm going to show you guys how I actually did 280. Anyone want to know how I did $282,000 my first year? You guys want to see how I did it?
Okay.
Let me see. You guys want to see? I'm going to give you a break. I'll give you a breakdown exactly how I did it. So, number one was I did a bunch of in-person events, keynotes, and workshops where I literally showed people exactly how to build their own what we call AI personas. These AI personas are customized bots. They're already pre-trained, and I basically show them. As a matter of fact, Christina, you did this training with me almost 3 years ago, if you remember
Yes.
this, at a mastermind 2 years ago. And I get paid to do that, teach people how to use it. I would host these workshops where people paid to come in and learn how to do. And if you don't know who this is, Mark Ford, he's one of the founders of Agora Financial, is the biggest financial publisher in the world. Not only did I get to teach him and other people that work for his company, but me and him were on a panel reviewing how other people were using it. And it was a dream come true. If you're in marketing, copywriting, Mark Ford's a legend. So this is, if you guys were trying to visualize what my social media posts in a spreadsheet look like, this is it. So
Wow.
every single post from 2017 to today is in a spreadsheet. And I, every single post is in there. The copy's in there. The link to the post is in there. I can see how many likes they got. And then at the end of every month, what he does is he makes a top 10 list. Here's the top 10 posts that have the most likes. Here's the top 10 posts that have the most comments. Here's the top 10 posts that have the most shares. Okay. And I've had that data for years and years. Now,
Wow.
this is what's really interesting. I learned that I could use that training data to train my own AI bots to write like me. So my first year in 2023, I literally created a program, which by the way, that slide that she accidentally showed you guys, May 21st, is it May 21st? Yeah. You have an
Yes.
opportunity to come in and learn how to build these bots. Okay. So you guys have an ability to come back. We're going to give you an opportunity to sign up for a new training. I don't have enough time today. To be honest with you, I have 200 slides today and I have 2 hours. So I've got to go faster. Like,
That-
I
yeah,
I have an
that's
hour and a half. Yeah.
stay
I
on.
only have an hour and a half to finish this right now. So here's the thing. Once I figured this out, once I started figuring out how to do AI to do marketing, how to do copy, how to get it to write your websites, I started realizing that, you know what? Most people didn't need to learn AI. They needed to learn how to get AI to do marketing. The marketing fundamentals that you guys know, the marketing fundamentals that we take for granted. You guys are in here in the chats talking about how you're using ChatGPT to write emails. That is a massive skill that most people don't even know. But then, but then I was like, wait a second, this is taking a lot of time. Like this training I'm doing with you guys right now. Imagine doing this. The reason I did over 100 sessions live and virtual in 2023, 100. That means that there were some days where I would have 3 sessions. Like today is one of those days. I have 3 sessions today. I have this session. I have another session right after this in 86 minutes. And then I have another one at 4 o'clock. It's crazy. And I've been trying to get myself out of it. So my idea was, what if I trained a bunch of consultants? What if I train people how to do this for other businesses and then I can just send them the business? I can create a directory on my website where people can become certified. They have to pass a test. They have to demonstrate to me that they can actually get AI to do marketing for people. And I was like, okay, that worked. So that relieved my stress. It also allowed me to get out of the consulting business that, don't get me wrong, I love doing it, but it's really tough. And then all my students started posting that they're crushing it as a consultant. They've made, actually, Stephanie Davinskas, who you can't read it, the text is small, but in the top right corner, her name is Stephanie. Her very first year as an AI consultant, she did 550,000,
No way. My gosh.
550,000, over $500,000 her first
That's
year as an AI consultant. And the
Wow.
funny part was she owns a marketing agency that does marketing and ads for pet stores. But guess what? COVID happened and it destroyed her business. So when I released the program in 2013 or 2023, she was like, this is heaven sent. She actually had to borrow. She said, Jeff, can you please hook me up with a payment plan or something? I need this. And then within 23 days, she made $10,000 in 23
Wow.
days. So the point is, everyone's still trying to figure this stuff out. And you are about to learn how to do this yourself with 3 mining methods that you can use today. Okay. And by the way, I'm even going to give you the goods on how to start selling what I teach you today. Okay. But before this, I want you guys to think about something. We have to address the biggest myth in the room. Okay. This is why most people are probably looking at me and they're saying, Jeff, you're a copywriter, you're a marketer, you're experienced, you've been in magazines, you've been in books, you've been doing this for 10 years. You've got a VA that copies and pastes all your posts into a
Mhm.
spreadsheet. I am not a tech expert like you. I wasn't a project manager in the past life. Be honest with me. I want to know if that has crossed your mind at some point in time when I'm sitting here explaining to you that you could monetize this. You're looking at me making the $282,000 and you're saying, yeah, but Jeff, you're freaking awesome. And I am not confident in my abilities like you are. Be honest. I want to know if okay, we have a couple of people that are being vulnerable here. I appreciate that. I get this all the time, by the way. But it happens even with consultants in my program still do this. But Jeff, you have a reputation. Okay. You have a brand. I'm going to show you how you can do this without any of that. Okay. I'm going to give you an example. This is my assistant, Jackie, and she has no marketing experience, no background. She's been my executive assistant for 3 years and she's never written a marketing email. She's never written a newsletter. She's never done any of that stuff. But guess what? This is what she's using AI for me every day: meeting minutes, slides, LinkedIn, emails, contracts, social media content, video transcriptions, case studies, bios. Every time I'm on a podcast or an event like this, like she uses AI to do all that stuff. And now you might be saying, hold on a second, Jeff, how did she figure that out? What if I told you she didn't have to figure any of it out? You guys have a skill set just like me. And when you see how I do this, you're going to go crazy. My most important thing that, by the way, that she does is that what I call the newsletter down here. If you guys have a newsletter, if you don't have one, you should have one. All right. Newsletters are really great list builders. They're great ways to get people inside your list and build the trust with them. Here's how I did it. All I did was I created copywriters. I created AI tools. Okay. These AI copy tools that literally are pre-trained on proven frameworks. They know how to write social media posts. They know how to write newsletters. They know how to do all those different things. All she has to do is go in and type a few things about what it wants, like what's the newsletter about, and then the AI persona does it for her. Okay. That's the secret. The secret is you use these bots that are pre-trained, and all you have to do is tell it what you want it to write about. It's already trained on how to do it. Okay. And now I don't have to write newsletters. I don't have to do my email sequences. I don't have to do any sales pages. She's doing all my social media posts, which, by the way, I did used to spend hours and hours weekly doing, especially my LinkedIn,
That's
right?
her.
Oh, really? It's a different type of person on LinkedIn. Are you guys getting this? Do you guys see that she didn't actually have to know anything about copywriting? Do you guys get that? Cassidy's asking if I use ChatGPT or Claude. Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. It depends on what it is. Okay. So check this out. This is Kush. Kushani is 19 years old. You know her, Christina. This is Bijal's daughter.
Yes. She's
So
beautiful.
this is one of our friends. And when I started talking about the AI stuff, he was like, hey, can I get my daughter in this program? And I was like, maybe. And guess what? Kushani, who's only 19 years old, she was told by her high school counselor that by not going to college, she was making the biggest mistake of her life. And she told her high school counselor, what college is going to teach me how to do AI for marketing? You guys have an
None.
idea? Does anybody have an idea? Zero. There are zero colleges
No.
that will teach you how to do that. Do you guys know that marketing is absolutely right now the easiest way to make money in any business? Is there ever a business that wakes up and says, you know what, we made too much money today? I've never heard a business say that. Unless it's tax season, then we're like, damn it, we made too much money. There's only one day a year, April 15th, that I think that I make too much money.
That's for
So
sure.
the thing is, though, now she's making $3,000 to $6,000 a month, and she's using AI to write emails for businesses. Each of those businesses pay her $1,000 to $2,000 a month, right?
Wow.
Cassidy says, I don't understand how to create the bots. Don't worry, that's coming. I promise. Okay. All right. So now you guys get it. You don't have to be experienced. You don't have to be an expert to do this. Okay. That's the big myth I wanted to bust before we moved on. Okay. So now that we've talked about that, let me show you some methods on doing this. So we went over the direct miners. Remember, the direct miners are the people who actually dug for gold, right? They extracted the gold themselves, right? So that's obviously the fastest and most direct way to make money in the AI world too. I'm going to show you. Okay. Then there's the service providers. Remember, those are the ones who supported the miners, right? And then you have the tool suppliers. You've got the people who sold the picks, the shovels, the mining equipment. So we're going to show you how that correlates to AI as well. Okay. So you guys have three paths here. The coolest part is, I don't know if you guys have lives. I don't. I have to tell you, one of the advantages I think that men have over women is that men are the dumbest people when it comes to priorities and family. And men will absolutely sacrifice their family for a little bit of paper, for a little bit of dollar. I've never met a woman dumb enough to throw away everything and ditch her kids to go chase a job. And that's one of the things that me and Christina align on is I have my family, my mom and my grandma were actually the breadwinners in my family. My dad to this day is unemployable. He's never had a real job my entire life. So I was raised by really strong women, breadwinners. And the coolest part about AI is this is an incredible opportunity to where you can actually raise a family, you can have kids, and you can work on your own damn time. And this is obviously why Christina tapped me and said, dude, you got to show these guys this. But it's an incredible way to have a lifestyle to where you can, again, save time, save money, and make money using AI. So the first method here is the quick strike system. So if you have a business, you can use AI to create marketing copy for your own business and sell your own products, your own services. Okay. And if you don't have a business yet, guess what? I'm giving you one right now using AI to do marketing for people. Okay. So if there's one thing you get out of this today is that you can take what I show you today and make money. Okay. It's the fastest way. So this is literally like having your own private gold claim that just produces, right? You can just extract money from it, whatever you want. And these are the 5 types of marketing that you need in any business, not just your business, any business. Okay. Would you guys agree that it would be important for businesses to have attention grabbing social media posts? Let me get a yes in the chat. Do you think it would be important to have lead magnets that attract your ideal clients for you? Let me see a yes in the chat. Do you think it would be important that once you get people to come in and download your lead magnets, that they have email sequences that convert and get people to look at your irresistible offers? Let me get a yes in the chat. What about irresistible offers? Do you want to have something so sexy and beautiful that everybody wants to buy it and they feel like an idiot for not buying it? Let me see a yes in the chat. What about a high converting sales page that people look at and say, damn, I need that? Put a yes in the chat. Come on,
Yes.
guys. Give me an amen.
Amen.
We're taking up the church.
Yeah. No, it is, you have to have all of these. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is
And
like everything goes together because you can have the most amazing social media posts, and then if you don't lead them to a lead magnet that can grab their email and information, then you stopped. And then it goes down. And if you offer, they don't buy the sales page. It
yep.
all works together.
And guess what? Here's the craziest part. I'm going to show you exactly how I train. Because see, I don't remember who it was. Somebody said, I don't know how to train the bot. Guess what? That's part two. Okay. So attention grabbing social media posts, right? We want to be able to teach the AI how to create scroll stopping content. So I have my clear copywriting framework that I share with you guys. I have what I call my pattern interrupting framework. And I basically train the AI by giving it a bunch of my copy. Okay. I actually gave my own copywriter, my AI copywriter that does my social media posts, 100 of my top performing social media posts using that style of copywriting. And I have lots of different styles of copywriting. I have what I call the scroll stopper. I have the pattern interrupt. I have my clear copywriting method. And then I also have the newest one that we like, which is the viral thread generator. If you guys know what viral threads are, it's those posts where you say, hey, here's the top 5 ways I'm using AI. You have a little down arrow and then you see all the comments down below. You guys have probably seen those. That's a new way to get attention online right now.
That's
So
so yes, those I just have to say I used that last night. If you guys saw in Women Helping Entrepreneurs, within a second, it gave me literally gave me I asked what are the top 3 video, like, editing AI tools, boom, with the links, like, I just had to copy and paste, it was amazing.
yeah, I'm going to go to my own Facebook here. Okay. And by the way, I'm going to share with you guys here my own stats, just so you guys know I'm not full of crap. Okay. Right here, this is my own professional dashboard. If you guys know anything about Meta,
Wow,
just in the past 28 days, I've gotten over 2.8 million views on my content on Facebook.
that's incredible.
1.1 million people have seen my content. I've had 18,000 people like, comment, share my stuff. And I've got over 3,600 follows from the content that I share, which is majority AI generated, except for this video. I actually recorded a video driving home from work yesterday.
No way no AI involved.
Right? Exactly. So if I take a look and here we go. Okay. Perfect example. This is the one I was telling you about. My agents, look at this. AI agents are my secret weapon. Here's 5 ways I use them for my own. And is there a way I can see the post? Oh, I'm going to go to my own profile. I'm a troll too, by the way. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I'm sorry. I post like yesterday, asked if Trump should get a Nobel Peace Prize or not. Obviously, that was just for laughs,
Oh
right?
my g you like to push some buttons.
I do. But look at this. AI agents are my secret weapon. Here's 5 ways I use them for my own business. There's 100 plus likes on there. And then look, the comments right here, task automation, social media management, lead generation, customer service automation, data analysis. And every single, not only was the post written with AI, but all of the comments were also written by AI as well. Okay. So right here is a post. I almost missed my son's birthday because of a friggin' there was a disturbance on an airplane and we waited almost 2 hours for a freaking, what do you call those? The air marshals or whatever to come and get someone
Oh,
off the airplane.
oh
Yeah.
gosh.
And we waited 2 hours. I almost missed my son's birthday because it was a 10 o'clock at night flight. Right. So there was no other flights going out later. If that airplane didn't take off, it wrote a sentimental post about how the plane how the by the way, the pilot lied and said there was a mechanical issue because they didn't want to cause more of a problem on the plane. But
Oh
the
my
truth
god, what
was there was an irate person on the plane. So then I had it write a post about how AI is becoming our thought police. And that post did 917 likes, 221 comments, 340 shares. That's nuts. Actually, I think it's more than that. Let me click on it. Let's see. Scroll down here. There we go. Oh, over a thousand, 217, 350 shares. 152,000 people saw my post. And take a look, guys. This is my pattern interrupt. See how it says AI isn't your best friend? When you ask AI, you'll see these little arrows and dashes. And this is what I call the pattern interrupt method. This makes a point and then it reinforces it. It makes a point and then it reinforces it. It makes a point. This is a very strategic, I'm a copywriter, so the very strategic way that I use to write. And I train my AI to write like me. Okay. And by the way, how about this? 28 days, I made 6.8 million views from some of this content that I did. I think over the past 90 days, I've done over 11 million views on my content. And most of it is written by AI. Okay. So are you guys getting this? You guys getting it? This, the reverse. And if there's one thing you get out of here. Oh my God, Christina, we're on slide 87 with 1 hour left out of 200. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
wow.
I'm going to run through this, guys. Hey, here's what I promise. If I can't get through all the slides, Christina and I are going to hook you guys up. We're going to make sure you guys get a copy of the slides as well. Okay. Just want to throw it out there.
Yeah,
But
ask it. I thought we were gonna go like an hour, a little over an hour, but I didn't, so I apologize. I know someone asked me that.
I wanted to give you guys everything today.
Yeah,
Okay. And that's why we're hosting another one. We're having another training session on the 21st. So we can go through some of this. Okay. But here's how I train it on doing lead magnets. Okay, guys. So how would you guys like a lead magnet that helps you train AI to write in your own brand voice? Just a show of yes or no. Just want to see. Would you guys like that? Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, for those of you who have a client in a few minutes, I'm sorry. I promise we're gonna share the recording with you too. Okay. So here's the funny part. I don't have this for you. I'm just proving my point. The point is that AI came up with this idea, and then we literally had AI write this thing. And then I just basically gave it to the designer and said, hey, throw this together to make it look like a real lead magnet. And there it is. So you guys don't even have it. My
It's not even
point is, this is my point. And Christina, I'm cruel like that. But the point is that these lead magnets actually work. Like you guys were ready to download. If I had a QR code up right now, you would download it. Yes or no? I want to know.
yeah.
Of course, you're like, yes, I want to train it. So you can use AI to create really valuable lead magnets to get people to earn their trust and give you their information. Okay. That's the point. So the next piece is after they download that lead magnet, you want to smash them. You want to get some good emails going, right? You want to have some proven frameworks of email marketing. So as an email marketer, and I've learned from legends, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble if I admit this or not, but I'm going to anyway. I have written, I keep this one on my desk. I keep expert secrets on my desk. Look at that. I don't know if you guys know Russell Brunson, Expert Secrets, probably one of my
Yeah.
favorite books of all time, just because every time I'm like, oh, what should I do? And I'm like, oh, you know what? We got to do this. There's 20 strategies in there. We could sell this book all day, but you have to, I've basically trained AI on what myself and what other industry experts are doing. I'm copying their email sequences. I'm opting in for their stuff. I'm training it on the top marketers in the game. Right. And then I basically have these AI copywriting wizards that basically write all the copy for us. So look, are you struggling with copywriting as an entrepreneur? Hi there. Ever find yourself staring at a blank page, cursor blinking mockingly? You're not alone. As an entrepreneur, you wear many hats, but copywriter might be the most daunting one. Let's be real. Your product inside and out. You're passionate about your business, but when it comes to putting that into words, it's like trying to explain color to a blind person. This is some really strong copy, right? This is really powerful copy, right?
Wow.
So we're going to, for the person who asked Sandra, when will this recording be made available? We're going to try to get it to you as soon as we can. Okay. It's a long recording, so it has to be hosted somewhere and a replay and all that. But Christina's going to work on that 24 hours ish, I'd say, or less, hopefully. Okay. All right. So are you guys getting this so far? We've got social media posts. We've got lead magnets. We have emails. Now, irresistible offers. Who here has heard of Alex Hormozy? Type Alex in the chat. Just curious if you guys know Alex. You guys know Alex? Curious. If not, it's okay. All right. It's this guy. Maybe if you saw a picture of him, you'd be like, oh, the Chipotle guy. That guy.
No thing on his nose all the time. Yeah.
Remember it's so funny because we know him because of our network and he's obviously in the inner circle stuff, right? So like Alex is in our network where me and Christina live. Like I knew him. We were friends on Facebook before he blew up.
Wow.
He was still doing gym launch stuff. My business partner, Valentine, actually was there during his wedding in Albuquerque.
And he was telling.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Before he blew up, we're friends on Facebook. But what I did was I trained the AI copywriting wizards to basically know his formula, to come up with what the dream outcome is, what those problems and obstacles are that people deal with, how to overcome them, how to price out the perfect offer, and then how to basically get people there to say, okay, I would be stupid not to buy this. So these are the 5 types of marketing that you need. The last piece is that sales page. So what I did was I took the top performing sales pages. Here's Pamela Wilson, for example. I've taken some of the best sales page writers out there, and I've trained the AI on how to do it, right? Headlines, call to action, problem, service, solution, proof, testimonials, about, FAQ, call to action, footer. And I basically trained the AI how to do this stuff. Hopefully you guys are seeing a reoccurring theme here, which is before you ask AI to do anything for you, you should first show it how to do it for you. If you
Yeah.
get that, type get that in the chat. If you get that, type get that in the chat. Do you get that now? Do you get that now? Okay. I just want to make
Yeah.
sure you guys are getting this so far, right? All you can literally do in your business, or all the things you can do in your business, that when it comes to AI, the biggest problem is people don't train the AI right. So this is the funnest part. So that was part number 1. I'm going to run the rest of it now. Okay. Number 2 is, how many of you guys think, go ahead, Christina.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm
Oh,
listening.
okay. How many of you guys, very curious gals, most of you, how many of you ladies think that other businesses would be willing to pay you to do what I just taught you? Those 5 things. Type pay
Absolutely.
me in the chat if you think that other businesses would literally pay you money to do that for them. Pay me. I want to know. Would every single business that I know use a grand slam offer, a sales page, email, social media, lead magnets? Right? Yeah, absolutely. Some of you guys are probably like, hey, I don't want to learn AI, Jeff. Can I just pay you? Some of you guys might be thinking that right now. No. So here's the thing, using AI in your business, it's great. That's fine. But when you are using it for other people, did you know that 87% of business owners right now struggle with their content marketing? Okay. By the way, all these stats are completely like not made up. Isn't there's that funny saying, right? 60% of all facts are actually made up.
But it's so true. This is where you can see the untrained type of AI, the lock and revolutionize.
Unlock, yeah,
No, right away.
unleash, uh,
Unleash. It's
elevate,
those words. And once you train it, that all goes away. Like you don't see those.
right?
That doesn't come up anymore. It's amazing.
And the funniest part is
Wait,
that if you tell the AI not to say those things, it still says those things.
well, you'll still say
And
it. I don't-
the trick is that you give it enough information, you give it enough data so that it doesn't even have those words in there. See, guys, the point is that the reason why ChatGPT and Claude and these other ones, they write bad by default without training is because think about all the information that's inside ChatGPT. ChatGPT has thousands and thousands of books that are completely useless in there. Encyclopedia Britannica, Think about all the millions of pages inside there that are bad. There's 1% of really good marketers in the world. Dan Kennedy's one of them. Russell Brunson. Like, there's a lot of really good marketer. Christina, obviously, you're a killer marketer. And
That's the
but the
review.
problem is that it's trained on everyone's bad copy. So if you ask it to write something, it's going to pull from all the bad stuff and say, sure, you want me to write you an email? Here it is. Guess what's going to start with? I hope this email finds you well. I
Oh
hope
my
this email every time I see an email that says, I hope this email finds you well, it makes me a little part of my soul dies inside. Right. So I have this slide up here, but there might be some of you guys right now thinking, but I already know how to use AI and that's okay. I don't really need to learn because of what funny story, Julie Eason, who's been doing this and Julie Eason, I don't know if I should say this either. Julie Eason's the ghostwriter who wrote this book.
wow.
Well, she's in our program. But the
Incredible.
crazy part here is that she had a client that was already a writer and thought that there was no way that AI could actually do a good job. And she proved him wrong. Right. And then he
Mhm.
says that he's tripling his output and still has time left over for personal projects because he's using AI. Right. So this is the coolest part. The AI gold rush is creating infinite value because every business on earth actually needs what these AI copywriters do. They create attention, they create leads, they create sales. Again, I'm going to go back to what I said at the very beginning. Does anybody have a business that says, you know what, today we have too many leads, too many sales, and we're getting way too much attention?
Right.
No, it said no business owner ever.
Exactly.
So now that we can figure out that these AI, it really helps cut through the noise on social media using viral social media posts, can create email sequences that convert strangers into customers, sales pages that turn visitors into buyers, right? This is what everybody wants. And nobody wants to have to wait weeks, months for copywriters. They won't have to pay expensive marketing agencies and things like that. I'm going to show you guys how you can actually take what I just taught you and sell it to people right now as a service provider. Here's what I recommend for the people that are just starting out. You can easily sell for $1,000 a month 30 social media posts. You can create social media posts in a day, in an hour. You can create 30 social media posts in an hour. Do you have your login? While I'm doing this, Christina, log into your AI copywriting wizards, and I
Yes.
want to show some people some stuff. Okay,
Yes.
we're
Let
gonna
me go.
we're gonna play with that. If there's one thing we do before I leave in the next, we'll see, 57 minutes or whatever, I want to show them how this works, and then
Okay.
you can.
So do you want which tool would you like me to go to first?
I'll just keep it open and we'll just see how it goes. We're gonna pick somebody in the audience yet. We don't know who it is. We're gonna pick somebody. Okay. But marketing emails, social media posts, $1,500 a month. How about this? You can do social media posts, email marketing, help them develop a lead magnet and create a sales page. Now you're talking $1,000, $1,500 a month. And by the way, that's cheap. There's no way they're going to find anybody to do that for that cheap. And the coolest part is you can use AI to do this with literally no skills, no experience. Fill in the blanks, press enter. And I'm going to show you how it works. Okay. But Jeff, I don't even know how to get clients. If this is you right now, just say me in the chat. This would be really great, Jeff. I'd love to sell this to other people, but I don't even know how. I don't even know how to get clients. If that's you, type of me in the chat. Okay. Don't worry. I'm going to not only share with you how to get clients, but I'm going to actually paste in the chat the exact script that you can do to get your first 5 clients. Okay. And I'm going to give this to you today because once you find out that people in your network actually want you, you're going to need me and Christina. You're going to need it. You're going to need our little AI copywriting wizards that we're going to sell you in just a few minutes. Okay. So I'm going to share with you guys how you can create what we call the curious student post on your social media profile and how to literally use your social media to get clients. Okay. So this is it. I'm going to actually, is there a way I can, oh, do you know how I could, I don't know how to do it. I was going to say, is there a way we can copy and paste that script? And
And let me go, what number slide is that? Let me go see if I can grab that.
I don't even know. I don't
Okay,
even know
let
how
me
to tell what slide I'm on.
okay, oh, yeah, okay, let me see if I can grab that, and while you yeah, I'll work on that while you're doing that is the let me see if we can get to this
It's
part.
right after, it's right here. Step two, the curious student. So,
Curious student,
um,
okay,
the
zoom
curious student template. If not, you guys can take a screenshot of that. But basically, look, I've become obsessed with marketing. I'm looking for women business owners who want to volunteer to build out a marketing campaign. I'm creating a done for you service that develops your brand voice, create daily marketing emails, make daily social media posts, and craft sales page copy. If this is something you're interested in implementing in your own business, drop a marketing below. Did you notice a word, two words, two letters that I didn't mention in this post?
just put it in.
Thank you. Did anybody notice what I didn't say in this post? Two letters. AI. Lisa got it. Do you want to know why? Did you know that there is a human bias against AI and people will value AI less because they don't know that AI can write good? They think that AI is going to be a piece of crap. I wouldn't even lead with AI. I'm going to share with you guys an example of this working. And by the way, you can lead with AI if you want to, like this guy, Samuel. Samuel says, hey, I just got done with my AI consulting. I'm using AI to do this stuff. If you are interested in this, type in I need AI below. And then look, he says, the biggest problem I had getting results from courses have always been overcomplicating things. On my last call, Jeff showed the students how to generate leads, and I copied and pasted the post and already got 4 to 5 leads. Moral of the story, just keep it simple and do exactly what Jeff says. Right? And then these are other people, right? And you don't have to say AI or anything. Like Joey kind of hints in there that he's using AI personas. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad, Chelsea, that you can just copy paste that. Okay. And we're going to make sure you guys get the slides and recording for this. Okay. So, do you guys now see how you can generate buzz on your own network and your own audience? Right? You guys got that? Now, what if I don't have an audience, Jeff? Remember, 87% of business owners, they need help. So, what if you led with value? This is my favorite thing to do. Does anybody here know Grant Cardone? I'm just curious. Just type Cardone in the chat if you know who Grant Cardone is. I know he does a lot of marketing. He's been out there doing crazy stuff. So I'm going to share with you guys how you could lead with value first and do a little bit of work. And by the way, the AI does the work for you and then get paid. Okay. Here we go. Okay. A lot of Cardones. Okay. Elena Cardone and I actually hung out at an event and I met someone named Lisa. Lisa Copeland is Grant and Elena's business partner. She runs the real estate side of the business. And look at this. All I did was, you can see November of 2024, and she gave me permission for this, by the way. I sent her a message. I said, Lisa, you inspired me today. Just wanted to do something for you. No strings attached. I wrote a post for you in your point of view. This is what I do for a living. I write social media posts, marketing, and sales copy for legends like you. I hope you enjoy it. Now, for security purposes and not getting in trouble, I didn't put the screenshot of the post that I made, but you guys can get an idea. I wrote a Facebook post for her about her teaming up with Grant Cardone and starting her real estate and getting recruiting real estate agents for her business. And guess what? This is what I sent her. Same thing. If you could, Christina, fast forward to step 2 and copy paste that. I want you guys to be able to walk away here and say, Jeff made me money. Like, Christina is an absolute rock star legend. She brought someone in here to literally copy and paste to get my first 5 clients. Right, Christina? Who does that?
Oh my gosh.
Right. So,
Funny. So this is that step 2, I think that's the one I put in, the curious student template.
no, this is the next one.
Oh,
Wrote you a post template. No, we're over delivering today, Christina.
oh, wrote you a post template. Yes, I got it. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And by the way, Every single thing in the PS is something that the AI copywriting wizards does for you, which we're going to reveal in a few moments. You guys can, if you don't want to build out your own bots, we're going to give you the opportunity to use the bots that me and Christina already built. Okay. We built them together. Okay. So you guys can use this stuff right away. We're going to do a demo even. Okay.
That's
So guess what happened, guys? Lisa responds back to me. Never talked to her in my life. We took a selfie together at an event. Never talked to her in my life. She responds back to me and says, Jeff, I've gotten 4 people, hand raisers. 2 of them are actually viable for real estate. Dude, we have to talk when you get back. That's crazy. I've never had that kind of response from a post. My favorite part, you're a genius. Imagine leading with so much value to somebody that they literally like, dude, we got to talk. And guess what? She became a client. She became a client for me going into the AI copywriting wizards, telling it basically all I did was copy and paste one of her already bad posts, and I had to rewrite the post, and I sent it to her, and I said, can you, here, I'm going to give you exactly what I told her to do. I said, post this on your wall, and I would recommend putting a picture of you along with the post. She goes, okay. And she did it. And she got 4 people who commented and said, I went in, and 2 of them were actually viable. Right? That's leading with value. Imagine the very first interaction we had in our relationship was me helping her get 2 new clients. Who can do that? Who, do you know anyone in your network? Do you know anyone in your network, Christina, who the very first thing they did was come to you and say, hey, I have a couple clients for you.
no, no, that's amazing. That is
So,
incredible.
and now that would be very hard to do at scale if you're writing it by hand and if you were a bad copywriter, right?
It's a good way to get it to work, build trust.
Right. Now, so guys, we're at 12:13 my time in California. My question is, have I proven you guys right now how you can literally use AI to do marketing copy to make money, and showed you 2 different strategies on how you can get clients doing what I just showed you how to do? Would you say that I've done that so far? Yes or no? I just want
Yes.
to make sure I'm staying true to my promise. I had 3 promises on here. How to make money using 5 types of proven marketing. 2, how to actually get clients by using what I call the curious student method. And then the third and final, which is actually my favorite, is how to actually use AI to build stuff that you just sell forever on autopilot. Okay. Because
I
for
like
those of us that are lazy, would be rather be playing video games than doing a webinar right now.
okay, yes. Oh my
Hey,
gosh. Yes,
we're gonna
yes,
give you
yes.
with some advice. Let me mansplain something to you real quick. Us men, we need some time to play video games with the boys. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Okay. So if I can positively impact the world for one moment, let me have an hour with my boys play Call of
Let
Duty. That's all I'm asking.
fun video games.
Men and video games, they go together. We are creatures of war. We like to, would you rather us go to war online, or do you want to go have us go to war with you? Let's go online a little bit.
You wanna laugh, Jeff? My son's girlfriend is the gamer.
No
She
way. That's,
she's a she's the gamer. She's the one he's gotta get up. It's the opposite.
that is
Love
funny.
it.
So this is how we do the recurring income streams. Okay. These recurring income streams are key. And the cool part is you can do method 1, the quick strike, right? Which is doing marketing and sell your own stuff. You can use the marketing and selling that to other people. And then there's the recurring, then there's number 3, which is building these products and selling them. And the cool part is you can do all 3. You can do 1, you can do 3, you can do 2, you can do 2 and 3, you can do 1, 2, and 3. I recommend stacking them up, baby. Let's do it all. I'll show you how. Okay. This is, by the way, where things get exciting for me, right? So number 1, create once to sell many. You can use AI to create digital products, courses, trainings, guides, ebooks, build subscription-based stuff, right? Specific content-based newsletters, things that are valuable, things that will literally people will pay, guides, trainings, all that stuff, right? You can develop templates and frameworks, checklists, step-by-step processes. Most of you guys are probably an expert at something, right? You can teach people. Most of you guys teach people stuff, right? I'm curious, actually. Just in the chat, I want to see what you're an expert at. What is it that you teach people how to do? I'm just curious. Just teach me what you teach. All right. I want to see what you teach in there. I'm gonna look in the chat just for time. I'm gonna look back at it. Okay. You can set up an automated sales system. You can use your AI copywriter wizards to write your entire sales funnel, your lead magnet, email sequences, your sales page, and more. You set up a hands-free delivery. In other words, you have your whatever, I don't know what account, what your automation is, active campaign, high level, click funnels, whatever. And you set it up to where after they buy, everything's automated. Boom. That's how you scale without the work. All you have to do is write a social media post or an email about it and send people to the landing page. So, and the coolest part is there's a compound effect. You can build multiple streams of income because you're doing both building, creating, selling. Let me give you an example. Someone joins your course. Somebody joins your course. Okay, cool. Now that they bought the course, how would you like to pay me to help you execute and do some of this marketing for you? Uh-oh. Now you've sold the course and you've sold some copy and the AI does all the work.
Ah, incredible.
It, what a time to be alive. What a
Oh,
time to be alive. Right? So this is exactly what I want to show you guys today. How to literally create money making content, how to get clients to buy it, and then how to keep reselling them and building assets that literally just keep giving you money by selling useful things. Buy my guide for $7 on how to set up your email campaign with these proven email templates. The email templates were created by AI. And then, cool. Now I want you. So, how would you like me to help you personally implement your email marketing? Great. Oh, by the way, your social media profile sucks. How about for an additional $300, I write an entire month of social media posts for you? Like, I'm just throwing out numbers. But see how these are all stacked, guys? This is the beautiful thing. It used to be so hard to do this because you would have to do the work or you'd have to hire someone to do it, which is where we're going now. Okay. So here's the Here's the craziest thing about all this, because you might be thinking right now, AI sucks at copywriting, which is true if you don't know how to train it the way that I've shown you. Okay. Onyx Singal, one of me and Christina's friends, he made a post like, dude, we can tell that you're using ChatGPT. And in his defense, yeah, this is what ChatGPT puts out. You're like, hey, write a post about whatever. You've seen this crap. This is what it looks like. You go to ChatGPT, it pumps out the stuff, and you're like, ain't no way. This is garbage. And you guys have all seen it. I don't have to spend time on it. But this is the crazy part. I'm going to share with you guys about Star Trek. Data is the key, guys. Right? I shared this with you earlier, but the trick behind it, and if you get one thing, I want you to think about this. Prompts are only instructions on how to use the data. If you have bad data, it doesn't matter how good your instructions are. You can tell it the words to use, tell it what not words not to use. You can tell it to write in your voice, whatever. It learns from data. AI learns from data. It's a giant, fancy auto fill feature. You know, when you type on your iPhone and you start typing and then it starts to predict it's predicting what it looks at all the stuff you've written in the past and it starts predicting like what the next word is you're going to type. That's what
yeah.
AI is. That's what it is right now. It's not sentient. It's literally guessing what to write based on what you've previously written, just like data, just like the copy the reason why I can write good copy with AI is because I've given it massive amounts of stuff. But here's the funny part. The workshop, I charge $1,500 for this workshop where I teach people how to do this exact same thing to build your own AI copywriting bot. And Onik, he was like, dude, you're dumb. He's like, why are you selling this? Stop teaching this. I'm going to send you an audio file. By the way, I just want to point out that he decided he was going to watch my training snuggled up with the fireplace on in his hot cocoa. I'm never
Uh,
going to, I'm not going to let him live that down. But he sent me a voice message and he said, dude, every business owner needs this. You should stop selling it and you should just do it for people and they will pay you. They will literally pay you to do this. So that's what I did. Basically, you have three options watching here. Do nothing, right? You can take this information, say, great, now I know the gold rush is here and I kind of have an idea of what I should be doing. And now I know how to sell it. I got other things to do. I'm going to just let other people do it. I got things to do. You can try to figure all this stuff out yourself, like I did, spend months and months developing out the prompts, trying to build your own data sets, stealing from everyone else, which is what I did. I stole a lot of data from a lot of people, hoping that I could get it right now. Or you can do what we did, which is get professional marketing copy without writing a single word of copy yourself. And we have created something called the AI Copywriting Wizards. And that's what I'm here today to share with you guys. The very first launch. I'm very excited, guys. Christina, first off, I want to say a huge shout out to Christina because I know the amount of work and effort that it took for you to launch this and build out these bots with me. I know we spent a lot of time. I think since November last year, we've been building this out, right? Last year, November.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the bots, I went and got 100 of the top performing posts in women helping women entrepreneurs. The ones at top, they get thousands of comments on that go viral, and
Mhm.
we trained one of these bots just on that. So nobody has that because that data I have from behind in the group, I was able to find all of those posts, the top ones, and Jeff was able to put it in and get that trained. So now that bot writes those posts based on the group because every Facebook group, every has a different culture, different types of posts that work, and that's what works with the color background.
Yep.
Those are the one,
We
and that was a hard one because it's hard to get it to write like that with that many characters to fit and everything.
Exactly. And here's the thing that's crazy that I want to introduce to you guys too. Everything that I share with you guys today, the reason we shared is because we already made a bot for that. Hey, remember back when the iPhone came out and there's an app for that.
So the bot,
There's a bot for that. And we created, in our case, an AI copywriting wizard that could do social media posts, email, sales letters, video sales letter scripts, ads. Would you guys want to see it? You guys want to see what this is? I want to see you guys type in the chat wizard. Type wizard in the chat if you're ready to see it. And the crazy part is, in the past, you'd have to do some really crazy stuff, right? You'd have to hire expensive copywriters who would disappear whenever you want them the most. You'd have to work with big agencies or maybe that one agency who probably is not big enough, right? They try to lock you in on a contract, high monthly fees, all that kind of stuff. Or you have to go on Upwork, Fiverr, online jobs or whatever and try to find a copywriter who can work with you. You might have to tell them what to do all the time, all that kind of stuff. Or for me personally, I think this is the biggest thing that people actually don't realize how much it's costing them is doing everything yourself, right? Like how
oh,
much is your time worth? How much could you be doing if you weren't spending hours trying to figure this all stuff out? Or you have to do like who was it in the chat here earlier? I think it was Chelsea. Yeah. Chelsea says, I can't stand it when it says unlock. Yeah.
oh,
Well,
there's me.
using AI tools that literally produce robotic content that everybody can tell is AI, right? We don't want to hurt your brand. We don't want to hurt your brand the goal is that nobody even knows that it's AI. So we are releasing something completely brand new and we're going to have a promotional price for you guys today that's even cheaper than you can buy it from me personally.
I'll put the link right here just so you guys can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it from Jeff at this rate. And I'm just doing this for the next 72 hours for you guys only. It's a crazy price. So it's like
So she threw the
crazy.
link in the chat. I'm going to tell you everything that's inside here. But what I would really like to do is I would love if we could have a volunteer and see if we could do this for you. I would love that. You want to share
Jeff,
your screen now?
yes, I'm gonna present my screen now and get this. Let's see. I gotta stop. I think you have to stop yours
Okay.
first.
I think I stopped mine. Yeah.
And now let me just stop
Okay.
screen.
It looks like Julie was first. Julie Pershing. Julie
Oh,
Pershing was first. And if we have time, we might get a few of you guys in here. We'll see. It's 12:30 and
here.
we might have time. Oh
Can
no,
you
Janelle has to leave in 4 minutes. I'm sorry,
okay.
Janelle.
or at least one tool. So do you guys see this now? Do you see the little box, the little pink
Yeah.
box? Okay,
What are
great. So
social
they
media tools?
right
Let's go to
there.
social media.
Right.
Let's go to social media tools. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are. So we've got all these different ones here.
Okay. That's the one I want to see. Do you guys remember that the pattern interrupt writer? Let's do the pattern interrupt writer.
Oh, okay,
You
right
guys
here.
remember me talking about my pattern interrupt formula? So
Yes.
look at this, guys. When I told you that literally you don't have to know anything about AI, you don't have to have any data sets or anything, you're going to get results. Okay. Can you zoom in a little bit on that?
Hey,
I
let me
don't know
see
if
if
maybe it's just me. I have really bad eyes. So I just want
oh,
to,
see if is that better?
I'm not wearing my glasses because I want to look good on camera.
How about that? Is that good? I'm at like
That's good. That's good.
150%.
All right. So Julie was first. So Julie, in the chat, tell me a little bit about what you do. Who is your ideal client? What is something you do for them? And what result do they get? Okay. So while she's typing that in here, all you have to do on this is fill in the blanks. Okay. And really there's only two blanks you got to fill in, but we're going to do a little bit extra. Okay. What topic would you like to write about in the post? What are some key takeaways or lived experiences from your own life? And then you can put a little bit about you in there. So Julie is a book coach. Okay. I'm looking for coaches, speakers, and entrepreneurs ready to share their expertise and message through a book. Using my
So
proven step by step method, I help busy professionals bring back their book. Oh my gosh. Yes. Julie, we couldn't have picked a better example. She was ready. She came ready. She came ready. Okay. So let's go ahead and put in here, type this in here, Christina.
okay.
Why a book is important for your brand. Julie, would you agree? Is that
Oh,
good?
that's a
Why a book is important for your brand.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So, Julie, can you give us three takeaways of why a book would be important? First off, I'm gonna put one in there. It builds your authority, right?
Build it.
Julie, you can go ahead and throw in the chat what else you think. Build your authority. You're the expert in this, so you'll have better input. Okay. What else? What else, Julie? What you got in there? I know she's typing away. Julie was ready, man. I'm excited. There's a reason why she was the first. The early bird catches the worm, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Oh, I've just revealed my shaved head. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Everybody they're like, no way you're 40 years old. I'm like, it's because of the hat. Okay. Reach a larger audience and share your secret sauce with the world. There you go.
Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
your secret sauce with the world. Now, do you
Yeah.
think AI is not gonna think she's sharing, like, her tomato sauce, right? Okay. It'll know.
So where she says, tell me more about you. I would just copy and paste that thing. I would
Okay, let me
copy
go
and paste that thing from the chat. Can you?
okay, let me go back. Yes, let me see if I can copy it. Okay, show, it says oh, hide, no, show.
Oh, I don't know how to copy it. I can't figure that out. When
Let
I
me
hover over it, when I
I
hover
know,
over it, all right, just put in there that she's a book coach. Just put in there that she's a book coach.
book
Just
okay,
type in she's a book coach.
okay, let me go back here, book coach.
Yeah. Book coach.
Oops,
Okay.
good audio.
Just say, yeah. Who is your target audience? Would you say, is it mainly women, men? Doesn't matter. Julie, curious. Definitely type entrepreneurs in there for sure. Okay. Yeah. Just entrepreneurs. That's good. Just
Entrepreneurs.
no, and we don't have to put a call to action in there. Just hit submit and then get rid of her comment. Or am I the reason why it's doing that? I don't know.
Which comment?
Look on our screen. I can't see below. Look.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't see that. See that. I'm over on this one.
Oh,
Oh, it
okay.
made it ready.
Yeah. Okay. So now AI is it does what we call hallucinating, and hallucination, it's coming up with stuff. Okay. So you want to modify this for yourself, but
Yeah.
let's read
Yeah,
it. I ghost wrote 47 books last year. The shocking truth, every entrepreneur who published became an authority in the industry within 90 days. Here's what happened. Speaking requests flooded in, podcast interviews multiplied, Media features became routine. Client inquiries doubled. The real magic, their expertise reached millions instead of dozens. Writing a book isn't about sharing your knowledge. It's about building trust at scale, creating a legacy, opening doors you didn't know existed, turning expertise into impact. The entrepreneurs who succeeded didn't just write books. They turned their experience into a blueprint others could follow. Your knowledge, packaged properly, can transform lives across the globe. The world needs your expertise. Your book is the bridge between your wisdom and those who need it most. Don't let your insights stay trapped in your mind. Transform them into a legacy that continues to teach, inspire, and guide others along long after
Wow.
you've gone. That's freaking
Oh my
awesome.
god. That is awesome, and it's like hitting pain points. Because as someone, I'm right in the middle of writing my second book, this line here about insights stay trapped in your mind and legacy, because this book is like that for me, and I've gotten, like, stuck at a point it's taking me longer than I wanted, and that really hit me right there.
Go ahead and press the copy button on there. Press the copy button on there. And then I don't know if it's too big to put in the chat. Paste that in there because she could definitely use that.
Yes,
Um,
yes, let me
we're
let
gonna
me
put
put
that
that.
in there. You can obviously modify it, right? So people
Yeah,
will say, Jeff, sometimes these AI copywriting wizards, they make stuff up. The reason why it does that is because I want it to be more creative. I want it to make bold claims. I want it to do stuff that really blows there's no way that anyone would ever think that's written by AI. I want to just see in the chat, has anyone ever seen AI write something that good? Just be honest with me. Even if you're not going to hurt my feelings if you say yes. I just want to know if you've ever seen AI write something that good. Like it's literally copy paste, change a couple things to make it more realistic and accurate. Have you ever seen AI write something that good?
yeah,
Right?
it's incredible, and
Right.
that's the thing, you have to make sure that you fact check your AI. Like, when I was putting out the emails that I used for the tool with for that you guys all are here from, it what caught that it said that Jeff made $7 billion. It was picking up Levi Strauss in the slides. And I was like, "No, Jeff didn't make 7 billion. You just go back and tell it, double check this. Oh, you can just do it yourself and just the facts." But it's just incredible how
Yeah.
it writes.
So press
It
the back button. Let's do one more.
Okay, let me go
Let's
back
do one more.
here.
So let's do that one. Let's
Go to the back.
ooh, I know what to do. Let's make go back one more. Just go back. Let's do a lead magnet opt-in page for her. Go back to the main copywriting wizards.
Great.
So
Lead
this is going to
magnet.
be great. Let's do the sales page tools. Yeah. Lead magnet
Lead.
opt-in page tool. Yeah. The
There
top
we
one
go,
right
right
there.
there.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Watch this, guys. I know we're zoomed in a little bit, so it's probably hard to navigate, but let's put her name in there. Julie Pershing. The
Title,
title of the
lead.
lead magnet is going to be called, get ready for this, How to Write Your Book in 100 Days. Let's just say that. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to can you remove the comment from the screen? Because it's still overlaying on there. Julie's comments on there. Do you know how to do
Oh,
that?
it's okay, that I'm not seeing. Okay, yeah, look at that. Why is it doing that?
I couldn't,
It
yeah, I
probably
couldn't figure that out either. I don't know.
oh, goodness gracious, hide current comment, is that there we go.
Hey, there you go. All right.
Okay,
So your
and
target
what's
audience, entrepreneurs. What type
what
of lead
type of
magnet is this? Call this a guide. And for statement of value, put, let me see here. She says, I help coaches, speakers, and entrepreneurs share their expertise and message through a book. Now, this is the coolest part. Julie, prepare to have your mind blown. Check this out.
okay, let's hit submit.
How long it would take you to do this? Look at
Holy
this.
crap, that's
Write your book in 100 days, a proven system for entrepreneurs to share their story. Turn your expertise into a powerful business asset without putting your life on hold. This comprehensive guide shows you exactly how successful entrepreneurs are writing books to build authority, attract ideal clients. Create your compelling book outline in just 2 hours with our signature framework. Master the 2x4 method. Now it's making this stuff up, but you should probably put your own stuff in there. Learn 5 critical elements to keep readers engaged from page one. Discover how to weave your unique story into expert teachings. And by the way, the reason why it's coming up with this is because it's been trained on
this is
hundreds of top performing opt-in pages. So it already knows what people want. And look at this
wow,
little bio made about you. Julie Pershing. helps ambitious entrepreneurs transform their expertise into published books that establish authority and attract ideal clients. As a book writing coach and strategist, she's guided hundreds of coaches and speakers through her proven 100-day writing system. Julie combines her background and her business strategy with storytelling techniques to help entrepreneurs create books that make a lasting impact while growing their business.
Wow. Here, I'll put that in the chat. That's amazing.
Right?
Truly.
She says, I feel so bad. We'll make sure afterwards to get this out to you guys. Okay. So go ahead and unshare your screen. I'm going to present mine again. I got a whopping 25 minutes to get you guys to sign up for this.
Hearing, there we
All
go.
right.
Can you
I'm going to try it out. Here we go. Oh, okay. I think this is it. First off, guys, can I get like a thumbs up emoji or a clap or something in there? Thank you, Julie, so much for volunteering. I know that
thank
sometimes it's not fun to be put on the spot, but that was really awesome. And hopefully
you guys.
it's inspired some of you guys to see like what AI can do and how fast it was. Within less than 10 minutes, we already created for her a social media post that can advertise that opt-in page for her guide. Right.
You have a
And
question, Jeff. I don't know if you see it from L says, what is the difference between your system and ChatGPT? Because
ah,
ChatGPT generates really good sales pages as well. Just wondering. Thanks.
hopefully you do not take offense by this, but your opinion on ChatGPT creating really good sales pages, I haven't experienced it personally.
How to be trained.
That
Yeah, like it's not specifically training it. That's
yeah,
I think right different.
I
But with
mean,
all that,
yeah, the main difference, and again, I don't mean to offend you, but the main difference is that these have already been trained on proven landing pages, social media copy, sales pages, like you name it, email marketing frameworks. Like it's been trained on proven frameworks. Whereas if you go to ChatGPT and say, write a sales page, it's not a sales page writing expert and it has lots of bad sales pages. Funny story, my AI consistently writes better social media posts than me. You know why? Because I know how to write bad social media posts. I've written lots of bad social media posts. Out of those 10,000 social media posts, only about 100 to 200 have gotten over 1 million views. And I've given it only the top 100 to 200 of my social media posts. So it only knows how to write good posts. The hard work here is that it's been built on this right here. A perfect time to pull up the slide. Like you can go, and by the way, I'm not saying that ChatGPT can't pull off a miracle once in a while. ChatGPT can absolutely pull off a miracle once in a while. The problem is having it produce consistently good copy is exactly why me and Christina created these tools. Okay. These tools are proven. They've been used by business owners. They've been used by 7, 8 figure copywriters. They're created and used by 7 and 8 figure copywriters. So that's the thing, right? Once you, and actually, to be honest with you, I don't think ChatGPT could ever write as good as Claude.
sure, sure.
I would say personally, you could probably get Claude. You could definitely train Claude much easier to write a good sales page than ChatGPT. Most of our frameworks, by the way, like that landing page builder and stuff, that was actually Claude on the back end. So we're using a wrapper. We're using Claude at 3.7, and we always keep it updated with the latest, but we're using a massive data set. So it's trained on how to write these things. And then, yeah, so it's using these proven frameworks. That's the only difference. The big difference is that we have about 7 different, what we call prompting. We have, not to get technical on you, but we have our initial database prompt. Then we have what we call negative action prompts. Here's the things we don't want you to do. Here's the things we don't want you to say. And then we have our vector database where we put in all of our content, all of our data that's parsed up. And then what we have is a reinforcement prompt. And then we have the user personalization prompts. So there's actually 7 different promptings that before, when you only see type in the blanks and press submit. On the back, there's 7 different phases of prompts to get that output.
Amazing.
Um,
I
okay,
see another question here too, Jeff. Will your client get upset if they know you're using AI?
they used to. Personally, I don't even tell my clients if I'm doing copywriting. I don't tell them like you guys can use this as your secret weapon. They don't need to know you're using AI to write it all. Matter of fact, I have a client. One of our students right now was talking about how she doesn't tell her clients because as soon as they do, they think that, oh, that only takes you 5 minutes. Matter of fact, she told me that she actually had to update her. I'm not going to say who her name is, but she was up on stage with me just a couple weeks ago. You know exactly who she is on the AI panel. And she says that what she does is she creates the copy. It only takes her 1 hour, but she'll say, "Hey, I'll get it to you in a couple days." Because if she gives them the copy an hour later, they're going to be like, "Wait, that only took you 1 hour? Why
Right,
am I
because
paying you so much money?"
but they realize that the tools that she's using compared to if they tried to do it themselves. I actually had a copywriter, a really phenomenal copywriter who I would pay a lot of money to, and I know she was using the AI, but her copy was so good, so I didn't mind it until I got my own tools, and then I let her go because I don't need her. But it's I knew it was because it was the speed and everything. I couldn't tell that it was AI as far as that it was AI, but there was no way she could take on so many clients. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, she has to be using AI
Yeah.
somehow
Well,
because there's
here's the
no
way
way.
I see it. Like Julie's a perfect example of this. I'm actually working with Julie Eason, much like Julie Pershing. Julie Eason, who is the one who is the ghostwriter for Alex Hermosi and Russell Brunson, she charges $120,000 to ghostwrite these books for them. And I've been working with her on turning that into an AI process so that she can do more and remove. She can only take on 3 or 4 clients a year because the old process of creating a book is so long. And now with AI, it's so much faster. So it's changed her model.
Well,
So
Susie
it's,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Susie, if they ask you what I would say, 'cause you never wanna lie, is that I have a highly trained tools that I use that you would not have access to create this type of copy. It's been
yeah.
trained on formulas, other seven-figure formulas. I think that would put anybody to mind. I don't think they'll care at
The
that
other
point.
thing is too, I think there's a giant mental funk going on right now because if you get the results, who cares?
Yeah.
And you need to switch over because maybe you're thinking, I'm charging my clients hourly. First off, if you're charging your clients hourly, you've already failed. It should be results based. Okay.
Yes.
So what if they ask if I'm using AI and it only takes me 1 hour and I have to pretend like I'm working for 10 hours because it's producing copy that it would take me a week to do in 1 hour. Right. So think about that mindset. Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's coming up. Okay. This is literally a complete marketing solution. It does all sorts of stuff. It's designed to get results. That's the key. Right. So I'm going to go through what you guys are going to get today. So we have a viral social media post writer using my clear copywriting method. Okay. It's using 100 of my own viral posts that I've written over the years. So it only knows how to write good posts. We have our pattern interrupt writer, which you saw we did for Julie Pershing, right? We have our brand voice generator. By the way, remember earlier you said the 10 things, how to train your AI and your brand voice. We actually do have that. We have a brand voice generator. So
You
if
do.
you're using ChatGPT or Claude, you can actually use this brand voice generator and it'll create a file for you that you can copy and paste it into Claude and ChatGPT and say, "Hey, I want you to analyze my writing style and using this brand voice guide. I want you to use this guide to write copy for me." So this is actually a really valuable tool. It's actually the very first tool I recommend you guys use when you sign up. Okay. You also have our target audience analyzer, which helps you understand who your target audience is, what their pain points are, what they really desire. And you're going to use that copy to come up with your offers, your sales, your products, things like that. It's a really valuable tool. We also have our problem agitate solve email sequence writer. So all you have to do is talk about yourself and your business, who your target audience and what your pain point is, and then how you solve that. And it will literally write you an entire sequence of how to hit those people in the email to get them to sign up and buy your stuff. This is actually one of my favorite, Christina. Not sure if you've used this one, but this one here, it's called the situation writer. It literally, whatever you have going on for the day, you spilled coffee on yourself, you can write in something about what happened for the day and it will figure out a way to turn that story into something that sells your product.
Oh, this is really good, this one. I love this one.
Yeah. Like today, I glanced through, I just realized that I have Expert Secrets book on my desk. And even though I've read this book like 5 times, I keep it on my desk because there's always something in there that's relevant at the time. It'll turn that into a way to sell whatever it is. Okay. Then you have the storyteller. This one here, this one actually uses stories from movies, characters, things like that. So you can envision yourself. You can say that you're the Dorothy, the Wizard of Oz. Or today, I would say you're like the Good Witch of the North.
Right. Yeah, yes. Wearing green, though, I might be the bad witch because I've got the green.
Oh, then we've got the stories. Then we've got the cash injection writer. This is a proven cash injection, like high fast, high offer. Basically, it's made to get immediate sales. So if you already have people, you already have subscribers, you already have people on your list and you don't sell to them, this is like a great way to get a cash injection and just remind people why they should be buying your stuff. We have a launch sequence generator. So literally, if you're about to launch a product, launch a service, for example, if you're about to launch this service where you're offering copywriting to other people, there you go. This will help you launch that to your list. We have a movie sequence email writer. We have a super high ticket email writer. If you sell high ticket coaching, consulting services, Julie Pershing, probably charging people a decent amount of money for that book. You doing webinars, the emails that were used to get you guys on here. We use the webinar promo email writer. And guess
They
what?
great. Oh my god.
Right?
Sorry, I didn't I wrote them, so I can brag, right? I Toto, you're not in ChatGPT anymore, like, what? Like, the AI the monkeys of AI disruption, the monkeys are here, what the heck? The copy for the sales page and everything, I was so excited when I went and spit that out, I was like, "What? Oh my god, this is, like, the best copy." I've actually had people text me like, "Oh my god, the best subject line ever." Was so I just was incredible. It blew my mind.
Yeah. So we have a sales page writer. We have our video sales letter script generator. So you can, if you, for me personally, I hate doing video sales letters. What I usually do is I have the screen up like this and I literally read the script that was made. And then I use Descript to change my eyes to look like I'm looking at the camera. So I do this. Look, here's what I'm doing. I'm reading the script like this, but my body's facing the camera. And then we use Descript to change my eyes to look like I'm looking at the camera. It's a really cool trick, by the way.
I had
You're
done that
simple. Go
an
ahead.
alien for some reason when I do that. But with the descript,
You
it
know
makes
what? I did notice that those of us that have darker eyes, like I have dark eyes like you, I feel like if you have darker eyes, it like over accentuates them. It looks really black, like black eyes. I have noticed. Yeah. We have our irresistible offer builder, our lead magnet opt-in generator, which obviously we just used with Julie. We have our ad script writer to help you write hooks, compelling copy, call to action for your ads. This is everything you guys get. You get the brand voice generator, your viral social media post writer, your pattern interrupt, the webinar, cash injection, launch sequence email writer, movie sequence email writer, the stories, problem agitate, like all these things that I don't have time to go through. But guess what? How much do you think it would cost to have a human do all this for you guys?
oh my god.
So of course I went to ChatGPT because ChatGPT knows everything, right? So how much to hire a professional copywriter came back and I was like, basically 70 to $250 an hour or 10 cents to $1 per word, or project rates would be anywhere from $150 for a blog post all the way up to $3,000 for a landing page. It was all over the place. And I just started adding things up. I'm like, wow, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars if you just wanted to have AI do one of these things. If you were going to have a human do these things, it would cost thousands of dollars. But we have AI that does all of this stuff. How about hiring a marketing agency? The average agency ranges from $900 to $20,000 a month. And I can tell you, if you hire a marketing agency for $900 a month, you're not going to get much results. All the good ones charge a lot, right? Marketing agencies charge you this thousands of dollars. They require contracts. They have commissions. Sometimes they charge you a percentage of ad spend or whatever it is, right? Other option is to go on Upwork or Fiverr. On Fiverr, this is just a screenshot of the homepage. Every single person writing something for you, sales copy, landing pages, whatever, the lowest I could find was $45, right? $45. And the guy's Dutch, even though he says perfect English, right? And then the crazy part is if you hire people on Upwork and Fiverr, they're not your people. They're working for lots of people. So you have to manage them. You have to, I don't know about you, Christine. I've done this before. I've hired like 3 people to do the same thing and hope that one of them does a good job. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough.
So obviously writing everything yourself would take a ton of time. You'd have to train your own bots. You'd have to work on building up what you're doing. You have to figure out what your content strategy is going to look like and write everything out. And of course, you probably don't have the time. Maybe you don't have the skill set. Maybe you're missing out on other opportunities by focusing on this. And probably you want freedom in your business, but now you're working in the business and not on the business, right? So
Absolutely.
now you can see this is not cheap from time or money. But by the way, did I tell you that one of my clients paid me $81,000 for them in January of last year just to create their own AI cooperators for them? $81,000. But of course, you guys aren't going to pay that. You're not paying 81,000, not even 10,000 or 5,000 or 2,000, not even 1,000. As a matter of fact, if you look up anything online, you'll not find a single AI tool that is $497 or less. You're going to find all of these tools for $497. That's it. And the coolest part is this is literally available for the next 72 hours. So this is the very first launch. You guys are the very first people to see this right now. It's $497 a year. And then it's going to go up to 997 after 3 days. So you guys have 3 days to get this up to 497 before it goes to the 997 rate. And the cool part is you're going to get a bunch of all the new stuff that we're releasing. We've already created a bunch of new stuff just since we released this update. Like from the time that we got everything ready to go, we've already added on additional bots. Like now we have a new headline generator tool. We have a book a call email writer. So when people contact you, when they download your lead magnets, whatever, if you already have a list, you can actually use this to get people to book a strategy call with you, which is basically a sales call. We have a lead magnet generator. So now you can actually use it to create copy for your lead magnets as well. We have a lead magnet email wizard because somebody was like, hey, Jeff, what about after someone opts into the lead magnet? What about those emails? Boom. We made an email wizard that makes the lead magnet response emails. So it gets people to buy your products, book a call, whatever your call to action is. We have our scroll stopper post writer. That's a brand new one that we added in. We have our audience objection. If you keep hearing people saying the same things while they're not buying your stuff, you can put that in the tool and it will literally tell you why and what to do to overcome those objections. It also helps you come up with that statement of value. Julie had a fantastic statement of value. She helps entrepreneurs, coaches create a book to build their authority, whatever else not. I'm sure I messed it up, but that statement of value that you had was really awesome. And it's crazy how many people go day to day and they don't even have developed out their statement of value. Our email subject line wizard. I know you were bragging about the email subject lines earlier, but we have an email subject line wizard that literally shows you, like, you can type in what your email's about and it will give you 30 choices, and they're all using different methodology. So you can choose the ones you like the most. But you got some bonuses too. We have a branding consultant AI tool. If you struggle to build your brand online, you want to really take your brand seriously, we have a branding consultant AI tool. We have our media bio generator, the one that I told you my assistant does for me every time I'm on a podcast or webinar, every time I'm going somewhere to speak at an event. It literally, all you have to do is type in who your audience is, what you're talking about. It will craft the perfect bio specifically for that audience. There's a TikTok, Instagram Reels short form video writer. There's a custom t-shirt designer. Funny story, this t-shirt was designed with it. This I Speak AI was actually designed. The graphic, everything was made with it. We have a QR generator, which even made the QR code that you're going to see in here. So there it is. You have all these copywriting tools in AI copywriting wizards. You have 50% off. You get all these bonuses. And after 72 hours, it goes up. I'm done.
Yes, I did put in a monthly option, but it's gonna cost a lot more. It's $97 a month, so it's really a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
It, it,
497,
you know,
crazy.
yeah, I'm sorry. So we have two options. This offer is going to be a 997 a year or $97 a month for the next
Right.
72 hours, just because this is the very first launch of Christina and I doing this together. It's going to be 497 a year. And the coolest part is you're locked in for life. So even though we're raising our prices, you guys will not ever experience that. You're gonna whatever you buy today, it's gonna be locked in. Either you want to lock in at $97 a month, or you want to lock in for 497 a year. If you like to pay Christina more money, have at it. I don't think you're gonna be mad if people want to pay you more money, Christina.
Exactly, yes, no, you charge 9.97 now for it, so this is just because I'm launching this right
Yeah.
now, and,
So
he just did go over everything that it includes, but if you go to the link, you'll see.
there you go.
Just click on the link there, and you're gonna see everything that it
Whew.
includes here.
I also
Um,
have that up on the screen for you guys, so you can take
yeah,
a
this
look at.
one's a little bit different here, this has some other this side. I
Oh,
think it's
there it is right there. Yeah, 50% off. That's it.
per
Yeah, the other one had the wrong pricing. There it is, guys.
yeah, this one's the 50% off, and it shows a ton of stuff, and it doesn't even show the viral post we were talking about that just got added, like, what, a week ago? That
Yeah.
makes and that was trained on we won't say who it is, but someone who gets, like, an astronomical amount
We can show it. We can show it.
show
So
it, I
Austin Armstrong is one of our friends. He's actually in a mastermind with us. He has 1.7 million followers, guys.
just on Facebook. That's not including
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. He's got, like, I don't know, 3,000,000 more over
Yeah.
across all everywhere.
His posts go viral all the time. Look at this. Let's see if I can find one. He must be actually working. He's not posting his. Oh, there's one. Look at that.
We don't I think we have to take this one off, or do we stop the
Oh, am I
screen?
sharing the wrong screen still?
Yeah,
I,
okay,
I,
yeah.
I didn't realize I was still showing the old one. Oh shoot, and I've got to go, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I know I had brought him a
I know
couple about months
I
ago.
gotta
Okay,
go, but you can share your screen when I go. You can share your screen there. Yeah,
stay.
that's the right screen. Okay. So this is Austin Armstrong. He's got 1.7 million followers online, and he literally goes viral all the time. And if you take a look, like, look at
There's
this. Faceless videos are going viral online. Anyone can now monetize. Here's how to automate faceless channels. Look at this. His comments, 24 likes on his comments. So this is the viral thread thing I was talking about. So our viral thread maker that's been added
it is
to AI copywriting wizards, it's literally brand new, and it was modeled and stolen from Austin Armstrong. I told him flat out, I said, I'm taking your most viral post and we're training our bot on it. So anyway, that's it.
and during the year, yes, we keep adding more tools. We
You
were
can,
even a couple of really cool other tools that are coming soon. If you guys are on school, we're working on something on that. We're gonna have a tool for everything, right, Jeff?
yeah, you can share your screen now because I'm going to bounce out. But guys, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you so
Um,
much, Beth. This has been amazing. I'll just remove this from here. Thank you, the Wizard of AI. And by the way, AI came up with that, the Wizard of AI, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'm going to put the link here again. And I know we're running past the 2 hours. Jump in. This is great. We are having one last thing next week, Wednesday at 11 a.m. You're all invited to this. We are going to be doing deep diving on making how to make money with AI and how you can create your own actual personas. And I'm going to be sending that email. So make sure when you see that, you join us again because I know this takes so much time
Please
and, we sure
look
you
for that email from us, guys, because I'm going to show you guys how to actually build these bots. So today was an opportunity to show you how to make money with AI, how you can leverage the bots that we've already built to do it for you. And then next week, I'm going to show you guys how to build bots for yourself. Because I know some
yeah.
of you guys are like, hey, what's the difference between ChatGPT and Claude and whatever? I'm like, if you are in the point now to realize this is really cool, but I would like to build bots myself, that is what the training is going to be next week.
Yes, and you just wanna grab this at this price now because it is a phenomenal deal. It won't be available at this price next week, and this is gonna give you a huge head start. So, I will let everybody run. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so
Bye,
much,
guys.
Wizard. Bye.
See ya.
This was fun. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.